It is Wednesday, my dudes. Welcome back to another episode of the Daily Crypto News. Today, we got a ton of different articles to talk about because there is a whole lot that has been happening today in the crypto realm. One of those things, of course, was PayPal entering the space, or at least making an announcement of them entering, which made the crypto market gain really, really hard. And by the way, that's not the only thing that's hard. I'm just kidding, guys. Let's move over into Ripple. But before that, I am actually wondering, have you guys traded crypto today? Or if you haven't, have you traded crypto anytime this year? I have, if you were wondering, I have today even, because I couldn't let this opportunity go to waste. And on this channel, I want to talk a little bit more about trading in the future, but I want to know from you guys if you want that or more crypto news like updates and that type of stuff. Let me know in the comment section down below and let's get on. First of all, RippleNet members TransferGo partners with Visa while Nium joins forces with Neobank Unify Money. RippleNet members TransferGo has partnered with Visa Giant to implement seamless transfers on its cards, while Ripple-friendly Nium teams up with Neobank Unify Money in SF, which I'm assuming is San Francisco. Yeah, so TransferGo joins forces with Visa Direct, and Nium picked up by Neobank Unify Money from SF. So, is this insane? Well, we can kind of debate about that. Is this good for Ripple? Yeah. I've explained multiple times how I think that mutual connections and mutual partnerships, with mutual, I mean like there is a partnership that Ripple kind of has because another one has it, where it's like now mutual, even though it's not. Like I should maybe refer to it as indirect partnerships for Ripple. Because if Ripple is working with, for example, Nium, right? Nium is using Ripple, and Nium works with somebody else that then will in turn also use Ripple. It's only good stuff, right? So, yeah. Moving further, though, can Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP, and the likes end the 60-40 portfolio standard? Now, I see end here, right? And fun fact, I ended the recording of this video 3 or 4 times just because, oh my days, there was a mosquito here, and every time it was about 5 minutes in, it just zoomed into the microphone and zoomed into my ear. And because I let go of a little bit of a manly scream every time a mosquito zoots in my ear, yeah, I couldn't let you guys hear that stuff, so I had to scrap it a couple of times. Wasn't fun, gotta be honest with you guys. I wasted too much time making this one, but it's okay. I got you guys. So, what makes a portfolio? Well, I'm actually gonna say that this portfolio standard is not a one-stop thing, right? But it's a standard, so it kind of is. Now, what I see as a portfolio standard is just a huge amount of diversification. With huge, I mean, let's say at least 5 things plus. Some people say, you got to have 2 things. I'm going to say 5 things plus. Preferably, you're going to go for like 7 or also multiple sectors, because you also want to have a correlation difference where it's like you want some things to have either a negative correlation or at least a strong differing one. Because if you think about it, let's say all your stocks do good, right? Except for one, that's fine. I'm going to say that is fine. But what if all do bad? Yeah, except one. Well, you're going to be happy you chose that one, but you would rather have it more so where you're like, I got most of my coins doing bad, but at least some are doing good to keep up with it, if you guys get me right there. I mean, any big, mutual fund or things like that, they always put some of those in as well. You don't got to go for half. You just got to go for a couple to balance out the scores so you can possibly sell them whilst things are on their worst for the rest. Now, with crypto, that's a little bit different because I'm going to say there's not really a negative correlation between cryptocurrency. Maybe between, for example, Ethereum and a coin like ADA, there could be a negative one. However, it's kind of impossible to note exactly how these two move in correlation to each other because you have the whole crypto market to kind of engulf everything. And I mean, Ethereum does not move too much on its own, neither does ADA. They just move along with the market. So it's Rather difficult to say exactly how that all fits into my point. But yeah, what will I say about a portfolio for crypto? Because that's, I guess, what I should be saying. And also the question, are the normal portfolio standards changing? I'm going to say that the normal portfolios of holders are changing rather quickly. Mostly, in my assumption, because, well, they want to go for something a little bit more speculative, a little bit more in that end. And on a side note or to another end, a lot of these guys will want to hold multiple crypto. This is, again, my opinion about a portfolio. Will want to hold multiple crypto to make sure, and I've also said that on Twitter today, that whatever happens, they're always okay, right? You can go for one crypto. The thing is, though, like today, if you only had one, and that one were, for example, crypto.com, you'd be in the loss, right? I mean, if crypto.com were to be a Litecoin, though, you would, of course, be happier you only had one. But since most of the time you can't really know upfront which of these coins is going to gain the most the next day, it's better to have a couple. Because let's say you had the whole top 10 right now, right? You would be rather happy. If you only had crypto.com, though, or, maybe NEM or XM, yeah, you would not be too happy, though. I mean, you wouldn't. And the same thing goes for longer lists. You can really pick a whole bundle of them and hold them, because over longer periods of time, that's most likely the safer bet. Even today, you can just sell your Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP. You can literally sell all these coins and buy more of your one coin if you want to, if you think that coin on a long or shorter term is going to perform better. Because holding multiple coins doesn't mean you're bullish on all these coins for the longest term. All right, I could buy Bitcoin knowing it will go down within the next 10 years. Doesn't mean, it doesn't mean anything. I could just buy something because I think it's going to go up in the short term, right? With Bitcoin, I've explained to you guys before, I buy it because I think whenever there's a big bull run, Bitcoin will be the first runner-up and those altcoins will follow. Now, fun fact, I saw this article just now. I thought I should share it. Nigeria protests show Bitcoin adoption is coming, or is not coming, it is here. Just thought that was a rather interesting title, As protests sweep across the country with multiple regions placed under curfew, Nigerians are using social media and Bitcoin in their fight. Well, I didn't really want to talk too much about that. I'm just thinking that they're claiming here that this Bitcoin adoption is not coming, but it's already there, which is rather cool. 50 million XRP shifted by BitGo, half of which went to Ripple's ODL corridor. XRP on Monitor wrote that 50 million in XRP had been wired by BitGo platform. Half of that went to Ripple's ODL, while Ripple linked NEOM expands in Brazil. So we know most about that because of what I just read to you guys. Pretty cool still to, I guess, see it from a different perspective, though, to see that some stuff is going on with ODL in this sense as well. First UK public listed company, Mode Global Holdings, converts 10% of cash reserves into Bitcoin. A lot of the companies here are doing this as a means to increase their stock price. Here they're saying, and the Bitcoin price spiked. That's definitely not because of them doing it. Definitely not at all. It is just rather important to see them doing these types of things for their own stock price and for the global adoption of these things, right? Because the more that this happens, the more companies will also do it, which in the end is very positive. Why central banks want to create their own digital currencies like Bitcoin. By the way, if you've liked this video thus far, make sure you press the like button and subscribe. If you've not done that already, then that's not nice. Yeah, I kind of wanted to scold. I wanted to say something bad, but I think I shouldn't do that. Maybe that's not the smartest idea to scold all the viewers. That's not a good plan, I don't think. A guide to what digital currencies issued by central banks could mean for users, banks, and the economy. If you don't know what this is all about here, I'd suggest you take a deep step back, a good step back, and realize that this movement has been going on for a long while, and you're going to be involved with it if you want it or not. So you'd rather do some very big digging, because in a small little video here, I can't explain what CBDCs are and what they're going to be doing. It's a rather big subject, and I'd recommend you guys to just watch a different video or look it up on the internet real quick, what a CBDC is or what it can do. Then, a Bitcoin mixer fined $60 million. FinCEN, Helix, and Coin Ninja sites violated anti-money laundering laws. Fun fact, I actually have a couple of friends that have lost tens of thousands of dollars with these mixers because, well, they've sent money there and they never received money back. I know it kind of sounds stupid, but yeah, it does happen. There are a ton of these scams out there, but these guys, or at least one guy, owner, that has 2 Bitcoin mixing sites, has been fined for $60 million. Now, if he gets fined for $60 million, I'm quite interested in really how much money he made. Because here it said, FinCEN notes that from June 2014 to December 2017, the Helix site conducted over 1.2 million crypto transactions with users and exchanged more than $311 million through digital wallets. At least 356,000 transactions involved Bitcoin. I'm wondering really how much they made from this, though. Right, here's another one worth $30 million. How much did they get from this? The indictment alleges that Helix moved 350k Bitcoin, valued at over $300 million at the time, on behalf of customers with the largest volume coming from darknet markets. Also, prosecutors allege that Harman operated a darknet search engine called Grams that helped advertise healing mixing services. How much did he make, though? I really wonder, how much did he make to get fined $60 million? Then a friendly, that's the word, reminder from Real XRP. Boy, he said, or at least it's actually the Ripple Insights page. It's just an insight we've all seen before, but it's rather cool. Ripple Labs is also in a unique position because on the one hand, they're a startup, but on the other hand, they also have deep connections within the financial institutions, or with them. True point, true as can be, and it's something you should consider as well. And last but not least, getting digital currency right is more important than the US being first, says Fed Jerome Powell. Important, yet something I've also shared on Twitter, and I think something that you should consider for a little while before making any judgment of, is the fact that these digital payments, they're in a crazy place right now. And the way they're going to be doing this with CBDCs and such, I still don't know. I don't know how fast it's all going to be. I don't know exactly what will come out. All I know is XRP can be the bridge asset between them, and all is looking good. But all in all, pretty big day for crypto. Wouldn't you agree? Wouldn't you agree? And by the way, something we must still keep exploring is the correlation between these normal markets, quote unquote normal, and the Dow and the S&P and things like that. We still must be doing that. But we'll get into that a little bit later. Guys, that was it for today's video. Hopefully you all enjoyed it. If you did, make sure you press the like button and subscribe, and I will definitely see you guys again in another crypto video.